Good evening everybody, welcome to the channel. This video is all about the Husqvarna Norden 901. A bit overgrown since I last came down here. Wow, it's really overgrown. Good evening everybody, it's 7 o'clock. Tonight's video is all about the Norden 901. I've been waiting for weeks to get my hands on this, as it seems it's everybody else. Steering damper. Perfect. So with almost the same powerhouse of the 890 Adventure KTM at its core, this produces 105 horsepower, which is almost identical to the Africa Twin, and it produces 100 Newton meters of torque, and it is super torquey as well. It's got a 19 litre tank, and over the 450 miles that I've done, I've been thinking, this fuel lasts forever. Now, reading up on the statistics, it does 400 kilometers, 400 plus kilometers, which equates to approximately 250 miles to a tank of 19 litres. That is amazing. Amazing consumption. It's just felt all this time I've been riding it that the fuel just lasts and lasts and lasts. The quick shifter is seamless. 4 speeds. Straight through 6. I'm still in off-road mode actually. Talking of modes, we've got 3 as standard and a 4th as an extra. We've got street mode, and then you've got a rain mode, which is reduced power, and then you've got an off-road mode. As an extra, you can have a mode called Explorer mode, and that lets you control everything. You can tweak absolutely everything. It's got WP suspension, WP Apex suspension, so it's perfect for off-roading. It really is a great off-road bike. I wanted to make sure I got some decent off-roading in before I made this video, so if you've not seen the video where I went on the trails of North Yorkshire, do check it out. It's above my head now. I mean, it handles beautifully, it really does. The suspension handles beautifully, the bike does. It's really good. You can adjust the compression and the rebound, which I did whilst up in North Yorkshire because I kept bottoming it out. Once I tweaked it all, I gave it 6 clicks of each, wound the preload up on the rear, and I just can't bottom it out now. Wheel is lovely, 889cc parallel twin. It's got loads of grunt, surprising amount actually. I really disliked the looks when I first got it, but now, do you know, I love it. When you're standing away from it, the side profile is stunning. It looks very different. I think I'm going to get a bit wet here. You'll have to ignore my SW Motec bag. The reason the bike looks absolutely caked in it is because, and the bag is because of the trip up to North Yorkshire. I've not had a chance to clean it yet. No point cleaning it until it goes back on Friday, so I'm just going to spend the time I've left on it enjoying it. There's one thing I don't like, and it literally is the only thing I don't like. The seat, as you can see, is in its lowest position, which brings me on to another point. In its lowest position, it's still very tall. I'm on my tiptoes in its lowest position. The seat, so you can see there, the shape of the tank allows for the seat to be raised. When you raise the seat to get rid of this, what's going to happen there? See the yellow stripe? Obviously the yellow stripe's going to raise, so it's going to step. So that looks a bit rubbish. But it doesn't concern me in the slightest, because the seat's is firmly in the lowest position, and that's because it is already tall in the lowest position for me. It's on the Rally STR tyres that I actually had to plug, and I've done 400 miles off-road and real abuse on that plug. I've got no issues with it whatsoever. The Rally STRs from Pirelli are amazing. I've got to say, they're amazing. They feel absolutely brilliant on the road, and off-road it's just been great. I've not felt anything that's made me feel unsafe or unconfident. Let's have a look at some of these modes. The screen is really cool. Let's have a look. Kill switch press, get rid of that. So as you can see there, we're in the off-road mode. You've got this basic switch gear, which is all backlit as well. So you can go into motorcycle. You've got we'll go through the main menus, then the sub menus. Motorcycle, bike info, trip info, settings. Right, so let's have a look at motorcycle. So within this, you can change your ride mode, ABS mode, traction, quick shifter, and how the interface looks. So I'll go to the top. Within ride mode, you've got off-road, Explorer. Now that is the optional extra that lets you control everything, and it also, with the traction control on that one, it lets you control the slippage from, I think you've got 9 different settings rather than just having on or off, which is very cool. I'll keep it in off-road. Back, ABS mode, you've got off-road and on-road. You can see that the rear is showing red, as in danger, and the front is safe. It takes the ABS off the back, it reduces it slightly for the front, the sensitivity, but it doesn't turn it off. Traction control, right, okay. So that's showing that the back tyre will stay. You see the arrows pointing towards the tyre, that means it won't move. So let's click into it. Watch if I turn it off. It shows that the tyre will move away from where it's supposed to be. Bike info. So the water is green, so it's fine. Battery is shows you where it is, which is very cool, and that it's okay. Fuel range, okay, so that's the other thing. Brings me on to the fuel tanks. Go down the side on this, both sides, all the way down here, look. Identical on the other side, and protected by these off-roading plates in case you go down or bang into any rocks. So they're solid. Still can't get over that 250 mile range, 250 mile plus. So fuel range, odometer, service. The next service in minus 163 miles. It's a brand new bike, folks, so it's ready for a new one. Warnings. Service due, contact the dealer. I will, it's going back Friday. Trip info, that's just usual. Settings, let's have a look at this one. Favourite, so you can change what's on and what's off of the dash. Quick select it, okay, you can change this. So you can really configure it to how you want. Shift light. Clock and date. Units. Language. Heating. Oh, look at that. Language, it's in English. A big Union Jack. Love it. Heating, so it's got a heated seat. I don't believe it has. Union seat, not available. Available. Yeah, I don't think it has. I don't want it on anyway. Extra functions, pillion seat heating, yeah. Let's come out of the settings and get riding again. Remember, I've turned the traction off now as well. See? See that back end slipping right out. Yeah, I can feel it's giving me full fat now, that. Oh, that's just changed it completely. You know, you don't realise, I was saying this the other day, you don't realise really how powerful these big adventure bikes are, because it's not very often you turn all the safety provisions off. But when you do, it's a bit of a shock as to how powerful they are and how much just juice it's got. Let's not forget, you know, once upon a time 1000cc was massive, like massive, and now we're kind of, you know, looking at bigger and bigger. But this is almost the perfect off-roading bike, I think. It's a bit lighter than the Africa Twin, being 205 kilos. Doesn't look as pretty as the Africa Twin, there's no doubt about that, but I do really, really like it. This WP Apex suspension is fantastic. You really feel safe on it. It's got LED lights all round, plus an LED daytime running light. Fog lights are standard. It's a comfortable position up here. When sitting down, I find the gear lever in a bit of a high position, so that's the standard position. You can adjust it obviously, so it's not uncomfortable, but I do notice it being higher than usual. It's also got provisions for your sat nav behind this connector there. Take that off, you've got wires ready, which is a very good idea actually. There is a Husqvarna app that you can do your mapping and music and all that stuff through, and then it'll all come through your screen as well. It's such a capable machine, and on road honestly it's very, very, very quick. It's a lot quicker than the Africa Twin, or it feels it anyway. What time is it? 7:35. Let's do one more. The only thing with these, that they don't, I know it's not important, but they don't sound very good. You know, they don't sound tasty. And they are a lot cheaper than its competitors actually. 15,000 kilometre service interval. If anybody wants to know where this trail is that I'm about to go up, we're in Darley Bridge in Derbyshire. I'm about to turn right onto Oldfield Lane towards Stanton Lees. Turning left on this corner. Yeah, there's tons of grunt. Really surprising amount. Truck coming down. I ain't gonna argue with that. Looks like there's a few trucks coming down actually. I'll wait my turn. Nice to see people using it properly. Lads filming it. I didn't expect to see this down here. Alright, pal. Spin around here, go back down. There it is, folks, the Norden 901. I bloody love it, and for that money it is a massive contender. Looks the business, I think. You can tell it's what it is. Doesn't look like anything else. Oh no, it is a thing. I don't think it's got heated grips. Not that it's important. I'm not personally a fan of heated grips. Let me just check this a minute. If we go into Explorer, yeah, then if you go into Explorer, look, it gives you the option to change your throttle response. So you can have off-road mode, rally, street. Rally is the top. I'll put that on that. Slip adjuster. That lets you, look, watch this. So that gives you 1 to 9 of slip. So 1 is, it's basically letting you do whatever you want. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up to number 9. That basically won't go anywhere. ABS mode, traction mode. Yeah, you can change everything in that, which is a very good option. I don't know why anyone would choose not to have that if you could have it. Look, and now on the fly, you can change your slip adjuster. So let's leave that on that. Motorcycle, ride mode, Explorer, off-road, street. That's it. There we go. That's been a nice 500-mile test ride. I think you can really get to know a machine when you can spend that much time on it. Amazing fuel range. Amazing fuel range. 400 kilometers stroke 250 miles is amazing consumption on a bike that's this powerful, this torquey and this capable on a 19 litre tank. My VFR's got a 21 litre tank and the consumption's nowhere near as good as that. Nowhere near as good as that. You won't even get 200. 19 litres and 250 mile is amazing consumption. It is completely ditched, so I'll have to get it cleaned up before it goes home. There she is, folks. The Scorpion Rally STRs have been brilliant. £12,349 base price for this bike. The front end's really growing on me. The fogs you can turn off on the fly there, look. Instead of having to go into settings. So what it doesn't have is heated grips. Doesn't have self-cancelling indicators. It's incredibly stable and very well balanced. I'll show you in a sec. It's got cruise control. Yeah, it's got a steering damper down there. But it is so perfectly stable. Very, very, very well balanced. So just a quick flick with your finger to set it. Very, very, very stable. .21-inch front, 18-inch rear. The seat's very, very comfortable. Very wide actually. It's really girthy. I quite like it. I would definitely recommend getting in to try one of these if it's something that you think you might like, or you're in the market for an adventure bike. Regardless of cost, this is up there with the best of them. So easy to handle. On road it's incredible. Off road it's brilliant. You'd happily crunch a load of miles on this though. Happily. Well, this is going to be my last ride on this bike. It's due back on Friday and I'm not riding it, I'm transporting it in my van, so I'm going to give it a really good clean tomorrow and then the guys at KTM and Husqvarna can have it back. Thank you very much for the loan. Well folks, the nights are drawing in. That means autumn is on the way. Hope you've all had a great summer. It's not quite over yet, but we've not got much left of it. Hope you've all had a great summer. I know I have. Any questions you might have that I've not covered, please drop me a message down below. It's a surprisingly good bike. Thanks very much everybody. I'm Richa Vida. Thank you for watching. Come back every Sunday for more videos. I'll see you then. Be good, be careful, and be kind.